everyone! In this video, I'm going to tell you about the synopsis of Alchemy of Souls, Episode 1. Soul Switch. Episode 1 of Alchemy of Souls starts with rain hammering down in the streets. A woman dressed in a tin foil evades a rebel of guards as she walks through town. Slipping down the back alleys, make her way to a poor family. Only there's a problem. A strange devilish man arrives, with blue-gray skin and charged at them. Thankfully, a demon slayer called Changgang appears and throws it across the room, somehow conjuring up water powers he confines it to a prison. It turns out this creature is the woman's son who has lost control. She pleads with Changgang to bring him back, but it's no good. He's too far gone. Chang evilly plunges his wild soul into the watery depths below. It turns to rock after losing its power. Chang is summoned to the royal palace where the king bemoans his luck at being ill. However, Chang is working on a new spell that allows one soul to be transported into another. The king is aware of this and wants to transport into Chang's souls and have them switch places just for 7 days. Chang is wary, pointing out that it's forbidden magic, but the will of the king is hard to fight against. Urgently, he agrees to do this. He enacts the magic and they switch places. However, the king's target here is Dohwa, Chang's beloved. He intends to have her bear a child and hurries off to make love with her, unknowns to the poor woman that the real Changgang is stuck in the wrong body. Skip forward 20 years and the child confidence has grown into Chang-uk, who happens to be at the royal palace overseen by Park Jin. That's not our target though. This happened to be the formidable Naksu. She's a pseudo-assassin and used her watery powers to save off numerous royal soldiers who tried to capture her. There's a really slight use of Shigi-Eye here, fighting across the frozen lake. Despite taking an arrow through the chest and bleeding out, Naksu makes it into the nearby town and remains determined to stay alive no matter what. Naksu approaches a woman in the back of a car and brings forth a strange orb. As smoke spurts out from the roof, Naksu is found dead on the ground by the soldier who catch up to her. As we later find out, it's actually being transferred to a blind girl called Mudo, who's currently receiving safe passage out of the area to another part of town. Only she doesn't know seems to be blind, but Naksu has also lost her power as well. While Naksu's body is brought to the royal temple, where the royals examine the blue mark and wonder where her soul is, Naksu gets accustomed by being Mudo. Those in the place, though, worry that the soul shifter has returned. We return for now to Changgang's son Chang-uk, who currently training high up in the mountains. He takes with staying there for 3 years, although Uk isn't the one to follow the rules. His current teacher, an elder monk, is angry at his attitude and refuses to teach him. Uk isn't deterred and definitely claims he's going to find someone else to teach him instead. Mudok starts to understand the world she stumbled into. As she finds herself outside the brothel, intending to scout out the monks she's been sent there to kill. This happened to be known as the fourth season of Daeho. There's the daughter of Jin family, Jin Choyeon, and the heir of the Park family, Park Danggu, genius of the So family, So Yur, and Chang Uk, the successor of the Chang family. The latter is, of course, whom she's going to collide with in this story. Budok's motivation for learning who this lot of are stems from the symbols of emotional revenge. After witnessing her kin killed when she was a child, she's intending to get her vengeance. Only there's a problem. Budok is spotted wandering through the royal palace and being able to see no less. It's Uk who spots her while she's trying to escape from her mate. Their pair wind up together, with Mudok threatening him with a crab leg. Uk doesn't take it seriously and points out how beautiful Mudok's eyes are. She caught completely off guard. When Mudok leaves, Uk deliberates over the girl's fighting style, realizing it's very similar to that of Naksu, the assassin the royal palace are obviously after. Although Mudok gets away, her superior is the one who trained her and have sent her on her mission, deliberate over what's happened. They know she's in hiding, but for now, settle on bringing Naksu's bodies back. They're concerned her soul could clash with this new body. Well, Chang-uk brings Mudo back to the palace, where she's overly cheerful with him and apologizes for threatening him with a crab leg the previous day. You constantly test her patience, being overly picky with everything she does, from making to bed to running a bed. Mudak promises to kill him first once she's regained her power. Unfortunately, she doesn't have her water powers right now, but hey, that doesn't stop a girl from dreaming. Interestingly, Mudak does notice something intriguing on Oak positions while bringing him his clothes, coming in the form of a spirit emblem. The shiny blue necklace we saw beforehand. It would seem this could hold source of her power. Anyway, Mudak not successful, and even worse, she's spotted by Ook hiding in his bed. She managed to talk her way out of the situation, but is definitely touch and go for a while. However, assassins show up at the training center that night and set the place alight. Woodok watches from afar, and as this four-seasoned soldier stave off the assassin, which appears to have been seen from the shadowy guy working as Woodok's superiors. In the middle of all this, you catch up this with Mudok and notice her eyes in the moonlight. As he seen them glisten, he tells her that she is destined to be his master. That's it for the video. Bye!